Hey, what's going on guys, Darius here, and today I'm gonna teach you how to make this Android lady thingy or achieve a similar effect in Photoshop. And it's fairly easy, and it just requires like 5 steps or so, uh, let's see what we can do. So we're gonna start with these lines that define the shapes as if they were separated or part of sort of a mechanical organism thingy, you know. And next we're gonna work on how to make these bubbly buttons here, like the on thingy here, and these glossy circles thingy, and something like that. And next we're gonna learn how to smoothen the skin of this model, and probably even the glasses. We're gonna learn how to do that too. And we're gonna also learn to use the pen tool right, and also some adjustment layers. So let's begin. So step 1, you need to prepare a render. I like to use this one because it's the same that I did in this piece. So all you need is just a render. So first things first, we need to make the lines that make the girl look Android-ish. So we make a new layer, and we grab our pen tool, and we have the paths selected here. And now we actually have to zoom in the face like so, and with the pen tool we're going to click here on the forehead, and then we're going to click here on the chin, and now we're going to click here in the middle to create like a middle point. And now while holding control on the keyboard, you can actually drag this point like so, and you can actually move it so we can make the face lines. So like I'm gonna make another point here, and another one here, and another one here, and one here, and there we go. And there you have it. You have our face line thingy, and now we have to stroke it. So I'm gonna go to my brush tool and select a 2 pixel round solid brush, hardness 100%. Now I'm gonna go back to my pen tool, gonna right click the path thingy here, and I'm gonna select stroke path, and then OK. Make sure you don't have simulate pressure unticked. Make sure your tool is brush, and then click OK. And now press enter, and oops, let's make this line black. So I'm just gonna undo that, and I'm gonna select the black color here, and I'm gonna stroke it again, and there we go. Now if I press enter, we have the lines. Let me just save this. There we go. And now we have to create an effect so it looks like it's Android-ish or Cyborg-ish. So I'm gonna double click this line, and then I'm gonna select inner shadow, and I'm gonna leave it at the default settings, opacity 72, multiply, black, and then I'm gonna select drop shadow, and with the drop shadow I'm gonna just put a white color here, and I'm gonna put the mode on normal. And as you can see, create some lines, some highlights that would make it look and give it that Android-ish effect. So I'm just gonna tweak the settings a bit, like change the distance and the size, and there you have it. Let me just lower the opacity too, and yeah, that seems nice. Make sure you untick use global light, because you're just gonna have to choose the effect based on how it looks better, and not affect the other lines that you're gonna do. So let me just see which part looks better. Nope. See, if we had the default light on, this could have happened and doesn't look right. So I'm just gonna stick with 38 degrees like this. And now I'm just gonna let's see, select the inner shadow, and everything seems in order. And now I'm gonna click OK. And now I'm just gonna fast forward this and replicate the lines on the back, and on the hands here, and then on the fingers. And then we're gonna learn how to do this circle here. Okay, so as you can see, now I applied the lines on the back, on the arm here, and over here too, and also on the hands, and on the face, and on the ear. And now another thing we can do is add the circle here, which is going to act like some sort of generator or stuff like that. So I'm gonna make a new layer, and I'm gonna choose my brush tool, and I'm gonna select the size to about 85 pixel, I think. Yeah, that should do. And we're just gonna place it there, here, like so. And now I'm actually gonna double click it and change the color. Maybe, wait, let me change the color here. We're just gonna do that, and just make sure to select a dark blue depending on what piece you're doing, but you can actually change it later, so don't worry. I'm just gonna click here with a dark blue, and I'm just gonna double click it. And now I'm gonna select inner shadow and just gonna leave the default settings like this. And now I'm gonna add a drop shadow, and I'm gonna select a white color like for the lines here, and I'm gonna choose the blend mode. I'm gonna put it on normal, and I'm just gonna lower the distance to about 1 and the size to about 2. And I'm just gonna lower the opacity and see how it creates this kind of hole thingy. And now let me just add a pattern overlay, and I have this awesome scan lines kind of pattern here, and it's pretty basic. It's just two squares next to each other, and I'm gonna actually make it available in the description along with all the things that I used in this tutorial, so make sure to check that out. I'm just gonna scale this up a bit so we make this chassis kind of effect, and looks nice. I'm satisfied with it. I'm just gonna click OK, and now let me just add the on button. So I'm gonna make a new layer and select the brush size to about 42 maybe. Yeah, that looks nice. And I'm gonna put it there, and I'm gonna double click it. Let me just call this I don't know, booster. There we go. And I'm gonna call this on button. Make sure to always label your layers so you know later on when you're doing modifications to know what you're doing and on which layer you're actually working on. And right now I double click this on button layer and just gonna add a gradient to it. So I'm gonna select gradient overlay. I have this dark blue to light blue gradient transition. I'm gonna leave that on. And I'm gonna go to satin and gonna choose the mode to overlay, and I'm gonna select a white color here, and just gonna bump up the opacity and distance. I'm gonna make it like so, 14, size to about 27, and you have it. You have like this glossy button effect. Let me just add a drop shadow for a more pronounced button effect, and that looks really nice. I'm actually gonna add a soft brush over it, like a light or something, so it looks cooler. Let's see, blue maybe, yeah, obviously. And yeah, that looks pretty nice. I'm just gonna put it behind the on button. I'm gonna put this mode on overlay. I'm gonna make a new layer on top of the on button and put the light there again. And this one's gonna be on, let's see, polyscreen. I'm just gonna lower the opacity a bit. And yeah, that looks pretty nice. And to create a glossy, so it looks like bubbly, you just make a new layer on the top of this thingy here, and just gonna select a solid hardness 100% brush, and with a white color, and just gonna select the size that you made it before, which is 85, and no, actually a smaller brush. Choose a smaller brush. Let's select a 70 pixel brush and just put the thing right about here, and you would create like a white circle inside this, and we need to erase that. So I'm going to choose my eraser tool, hardness 100 with a big size, about 100 pixels, and just gonna pick this here like so. And if I lower the opacity now, as you can see, it creates this glass-like effect on the button thingy, which is the exact same that I used here, only that it's a bit tilted on the right. So let me just follow the light and just tilt it like this. I'm gonna put it here just to follow, you know, the piece that I did. So I'm just gonna click that, and yeah, that looks pretty nice. I'm pretty satisfied with it. And now let's actually make the lines that come from this booster. So I'm gonna go back to my lines layer, which is here, and I'm gonna do the same thing that I did to make these lines. So just drag your pen tool here and put it here, like so. Point at the middle, hold control, and just follow the lines of the body like this. And I'm gonna right click and wait, let me just select a black color. and step back to 2 pixels on the brush, and there we go. Now we can stroke it. Right click, stroke path, and then OK. And there you have it. It's pretty easy. Just gonna select one here, and one here. It's gonna go on the shoulder up here, and gonna stroke the path again. And you see how it's pretty simple, and it's pretty basic stuff, and you're gonna be able to do it with no problems. Stroke path again, and there you go. And one coming and going here to the pit, to the armpit. Okay, stroke path, and there you have it. And oh yeah, let's add here, here too. Just gonna put it like this. Let's see. Oops, not how I wanted. And just gonna put it like that. Yeah, just to give you an example. It's probably not perfect or how I want it, but it's just to give you an example on how I did it. And now let's work on smoothing the skin of this girl. So we're gonna go to our render and we're gonna duplicate it. So right click, duplicate layer. Okay, and we're gonna hide the main render. And now we're gonna go to filter, blur, and then we're gonna select Gaussian blur, and I'm just gonna blur the skin a bit, like so. Yeah, this should do. And then OK, and then you can unhide this layer here, and just gonna select the blur layer. Select this blur. There we go. Just gonna rename it that so we know what we are working with. And now I'm actually gonna erase the parts that I don't want to be blurred. So I'm just gonna take a hardness 0 big brush and just gonna work on the hair and on the face and on the ear and stuff like that. And let's see how we're doing. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Let me just zoom in into the actual pixels to see how it looks, and see how now it looks really smoother, and it looks really nice. And now let's work on some adjustment layers so we can actually give some color to this. Let me just add a cool background to it. I'm just gonna select some awesome brushes that I have, tech brushes. Let's see, from this there were some ones and zeros here somewhere. There we go. I really like this brush, and which is the one I used here in this one. And I'm just gonna lower the opacity a bit. There we go. And that looks pretty nice. And now let's add adjustment layers. So I'm gonna go here to the black and white circle, and these are your adjustment layers, and just play around with the colors and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go to let's see, gradient map, and select a blue themed gradient, and let's see, let me just try a bunch of modes and see where we're gonna get. Darken, multiply, probably soft light. Yeah, this looks pretty nice and Android-ish, so I'm just gonna leave this, but just lower the opacity a bit. And let me just put another gradient map here. Probably work on some curves, so I'm just gonna play around with it, add some more detail, you know. I'm gonna go to my blue thingy here, just gonna put up the blue and just make it a bit more greenish, which is the same color that's here, and looks pretty nice. There we go. And yeah, that looks pretty awesome so far. You can use the same technique that you used to make this bubbly thingy here, which is gonna be our on button, and make stuff on the back. So I'm just gonna fast forward the video a bit and show you how I did those. I'm just gonna make the same thing here, but just with different shapes. So be right back. Okay, so once you've basically made your shapes on the back, you're gonna go back to your booster thingy, which is the thing here, which is our pattern button thingy, and you're gonna right click it and select copy layer style. So we don't have to apply this perfectly again, and we're just gonna go to the layers I made with the back thingy. Gonna select the back things layer here, and gonna right click it and select paste layer style. And this is gonna put the style on this back thingy. And silly me, I forgot to change the color to blue, so I'm just gonna take this, if you forgot to, it's called lock transparent pixels, and you're gonna click on that, and you're gonna select and round brush. There we go. Let's see this one here, like so. And we're gonna actually sample the dark blue color from this here, and just gonna take it on top, probably lighter blue like this. And we're gonna do the same for the others and just color them blue like so. And we're gonna right click and select paste layer styles on every single one of them, like so. And there you have it. That's basically how the back things are done. And now you can add some highlights and stuff like that. You can add some brushes in, you can add some I don't know, whatever you want. Let me just add some lights to them. Just gonna make this small and minimize the effects. And I'm actually gonna drag this under the curves and gradient map that I did, so it looks more blended with the picture. So I'm gonna make a new layer, and now add with a hardness 0 brush a few lights that I did also here. And just gonna lower it. I'm gonna select light blue this time. Just gonna click here and here and here and here. Gonna put this on overlay first and just lower the opacity quite a bit, and just gonna do that again, smaller size this time, so it just fits the shapes. And there you go. Now I put it on screen and lower the opacity, and now you can add the glossy effect that you did here. So I can actually copy that and paste it there. Let me see if I can find it. Highlights, is it this one? Nope. Probably it's this one here. Yeah, this one. And I'm actually gonna copy this on top. Oops, wrong one. Let me just put it on top of these. Yeah, there we have it. And I'm gonna drag it here. I'm gonna select my eraser tool. Size doesn't matter, just make it a bit smaller like so. So we just have a bit of highlights. There we go. And now we can actually move it here and make a copy of it, duplicate it, make it smaller, why not? And just move it there. Make another copy, move it there. And as you can see, the light, it follows the light that's coming from the right, so it's pretty awesome. And let me just lower the opacity, and actually right click these and merge layers and just lower the opacity a bit. And yeah, that's basically it. So what else can we do to this girl? Probably add some other filters. Yeah, why not? Gonna make a new layer, gonna go to image, then gonna go to let's see, apply image, and this is gonna put your image in one layer. So if I hide these, as you can see, they don't disappear because we basically pasted the whole image in one layer. And now what else can we do? You can also change the colors from blue. You can actually make her purple lights or stuff like that. You can add some back stuff like this by just making some shapes, you know, like the ones I did here. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. Let's see, let's add another gradient map. Gonna be a dark red or something like that. Let's put it on hue. Yeah, why not? So just make it a bit more reddish, and probably add a where is it, photo filter, and just select the sepia adjustment thingy, and yeah, you can play around with the colors and just choose whatever fits best to your piece. Let me see, soft light, and just take up the opacity like so. Yeah, that's basically how you do your Android girl. And obviously you for this piece I used the Mass Effect free gun to make the helmet and stuff like that, and it's really easy. So just copy paste and drag it under the adjustments layer like I did here. So I hope you enjoyed this Android quick, so to say, Android lady tutorial, and like it, share it with your friends and stuff like that. And feel free to post your outcomes or PM me the outcomes that you make with this tutorial, and with the things that that it taught you, and just show me what you got. So I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.